My name is Azwanieza Binti Zolkepli, and I'll be explaining the basic construction of biomass energy. As we have already known in the introduction, biomass energy is energy from living things such as animals or plants. But the most common source for biomass energy is plants, woods, or waste. So first, biomass contains energy first derived from the sun, and the plants observe the sun energy from through photosynthesis and convert the carbon dioxide and water into nutrient, which is carbohydrate. The energy from this organism can be transformed into usable energy through direct and indirect means. Biomass can be burned to create heat, which is direct, converted into electricity, which is direct, or processed into biofuel, which is indirect. Biomass can be burned by the thermal conversion and used for energy. Thermal conversion involves heating the biomass feedstock in order to burn, dehydrate, or stabilize it. Different types of energy are created through direct firing, co-firing, pyrolysis, gasification, and anaerobic decomposition.
Japan, biomass energy produced 35,253 GWh. Historically, humans have harnessed biomass-derived energy since the time when people began burning wood to make fire. Even today, biomass is the only source of fuel for domestic use in many developing countries. Biomass is all biologically produced matter based in carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. 3. China, biomass energy produced 44,437 GWh. As an energy source, biomass can either be used directly via combustion to produce heat, or indirectly after converting it to various forms of biofuel. Conversion of biomass to biofuel can be achieved by different methods, which are broadly classified into thermal, chemical, and biochemical methods. 2. United States, biomass energy produced 48,563 GWh. It has become popular among coal power stations, which switch from coal to biomass in order to convert to renewable energy generation without wasting existing generating plant and infrastructure. Biomass most often refers to plants or plant-based materials that are not used for food or feed, and are specifically called lignocellulosic biomass. 1. Germany, biomass energy produced 50,000 GWh. Biomass is an industry term for getting energy by burning wood, and other organic matter. Burning biomass releases carbon emissions, but has been classed as a renewable energy source in the EU and UN legal frameworks, because plant stocks can be replaced with new growth. Thanks for watching.
A biomass power plant generates electricity using the heat generated by the combustion of organic materials, such as plant residues, household waste, and the biogas resulting from waste fermentation. All of these are renewable energy sources available in large quantities. The fuel is brought to the boiler. It is then introduced into the combustion chamber where it releases heat as it burns. This in turn heats water in tubes that line the boiler. The hot water is then sent to a tank where it turns into steam. The steam drives a turbine which turns a generator. In the generator, the interaction between the electromagnets of the moving rotor and the copper coils of the stationary stator produces an electric current. A transformer is used to increase the voltage of this current to 225,000 or 400,000 volts. This makes it easier to transport in the network's very high voltage lines. The steam leaving the turbine passes through a condenser in which cold water circulates. This cools the steam, turning it back into water. It is then sent back to the boiler. This steam can also be used either for industrial activities or to supply an urban heating network. This simultaneous production of electricity and heat in a single facility is called combined heat and power. Finally, the fumes released by combustion are filtered before being evacuated through stacks. Often installed in very close proximity to material production or storage sites, biomass power plants can be used continuously to meet electricity needs whatever the day of the year. They produce regular energy with low CO2 emissions.